OMG, look at all that water. The river's full. G'day folks, this morning I'm doing a bit of bait fishing right in the middle of a flush. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Right folks, now it's only a few days before cod opening. We've just had quite a lot of rain here over the last few days, and as a result the rivers are all really high and really dirty. Is fishing during a flush any good? Well, I don't think it's great early in the spring, but now only a few days out from summer when the water's a lot warmer, it might be a different story. Let's cast the lines in and see if the fish are still biting in all this high dirty water. The forecast was for light winds today. Have a look at it. Anyway, I've got two rods, both with a paternoster rig and a small hook and two Jan-Jack worms. This is the heavier hook, so I'm going to put it over here where the current's a little bit more turbid, a little bit more turbulent. You can see out here someone's fork-shaped stick, probably from when they were fishing recently. Last time I was fishing this spot was only a couple of weeks ago, and I caught 6 cod, 1 yellowbelly and 1 carp, and I was fishing way down there. The water was much lower than what it is now. Rod number 1 is in. Now I've strategically placed my fishing rod holder right at the water level. The base plate, or whatever you want to call it, is about ½ centimetre above the water. That should give me an indication on whether the river's still rising or not. If it rises about another 10 centimetres, well, I'm going to get water in my gumboots on the way out. Righto. Both lines are in. Time to play the waiting game. Just had a bite on my worms. Just had a big bite on the worms here. Something's playing with it then now. Got him. Not very big, but I've got something. What have I got? Something very small. It is a yellowbelly. Ha ha! Look at that, I've only been here 5 minutes. You know, it's undersized. It's actually got the hook down a bit deep too. A yellowbelly out there in the carp end of the hole. Now, I'm going to break the line. I'm going to get a measurement. Right, he is, I love this neck tape measure that was sent to my mail time. It is a ripper. He's 30 on the dot. He's actually a legal fish. He's a legal fish, but he's a little bit too small for my liking, so I'm going to get a quick photo and put him back and hope to get a bigger one. There we go folks, beautiful little yellowbelly. 5 minutes after I got here. Yeah, ripper. I was hoping to catch a yellowbelly. Yellowbellies seem to be triggered by a flush. A flush can really fire the yellowbelly up. But normally if the water's warmer, and because it's been a cool spring, we've had not much warm weather, I thought. I don't know whether the water will be warm enough for this summer flush, or a week out from summer flush, to trigger a yellowbelly bite. But anyway, I've picked up one in the first 10 minutes and I couldn't be happier. Right now, I've put a couple of fresh Jan-Jack worms on and I'm putting it back out where it was. It was out there in the middle of the open part of this pool. I fish here quite a bit, and that's the area that I call the carp end of the hole, because that's where I catch most carp, in the shallow flooded backwater here. But with the water being higher, I'm just wondering maybe if that yellowbelly might have moved in there to feed. I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, but there's a really big cloud of muddy water just here. I suspect that it's a carp that's come and swum up close to the edge and just turned around and spilled up all the water. Bite here. Here we go, something's playing with that. Very hard to detect the bite in the current. There's something definitely heavy sitting here. Something's playing with it. Got him! That's a carpio, I think. If it's not a carp, oh, it could be a cod. But lovely if it was a big fat yellowbelly. It's got to be a carp. I don't know the way it's fighting. It's not really coming up. Whatever it is, it's got a lot of stamina. And look at the way it's using the whole river. Whoa, it's got to be a big carp. Feel the weight. Don't go near me other line. I reckon it's a big carp, and only 5 minutes before that there was a big swirl of muddy water here, which I suspect was a carp just cruising around the edge. be happy when I get a visual, because he's not a full-on carpy fight, but it's not a full-on coddy fight either. Maybe it's a carp cod hybrid. I'm hoping it's a carp because of the cod season hasn't opened yet, and catching cod in the springtime just doesn't have the same sort of punch as catching a cod in the open season. Feels a bit like cheating. God, there's some weight in this fish. Look at it pulling. I'm guessing a big fat healthy mud marlin. Gotta be, doesn't it? Yeah, there it is. Beauty. Just what I was after. And isn't that funny? I caught the yellow belly on that rod up in the carp end of the hole, and I've caught the carp down this end in the yellow belly end of the hole. As Lindsay McKenna from 664 down under would say, I've got a situation on the go. Gee whiz, these carp give me a lot of curry. I reckon that stick out there is somebody's fork-shaped stick, and I wish I could just go and get it out. Because that's sort of where the water was last week. Alright, here we go. Where's me landing net? Come on, old Carposaurus. Into the net you go. And he's in, he's in, he's in, he's in, he's in. Got it. Got him. Got her. Got they. Got them. You beauty. And the length is... Dun, 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 dun. Where's the... Starts there. 59 is bent. There's around about 59 centimetres. 59, give or take a centimetre or so. Around about 59, 60 centimetres. Mate, I'm going to hurry up and dispatch of you so I can get my line back in. You ripper! Now, as the cuckoo shrike in the tree above me sings his song, it's time to put my worms back in. A couple more big, fat, juicy Jan Juckies. Here we go again. This is the one that just caught that carp and got him. Look, it's another carp. Oh, look at that. Gotta be. Just caught a carp on this rod 5 minutes ago. This is sort of what I was trying to do last time. Catch carp and yellow belly. I caught 1 carp and 1 yellow and 6 cod. Today it's all about carp and yellow belly. This is probably bigger than the last one, I think. It feels it. Look at this. I've got the drag quite tight. Feel those rapid head shakes. Maybe this high dirty water stirring up the carp. Goodness, I haven't caught a cod or had a bite from a cod that I suspect any yet, but it's only been here half an hour. It's 8:34. He's making good use of the available space. Imagine if I loosen my drag a bit. That's all you'd hear. No, don't get in the other line. No, stay away. Stay away from that other line. Jeez. Look. And if I can, at the risk of losing this fish, hopefully the slack doesn't help the hook fall out. Nah, good. Trying to get away from the other line. I wander down here under this tree. I still keep my eye on that rod from here. This fish is giving me a lot of curry. That camera angle is probably very bright because the sun's reflecting in the water directly under that tree. Here he comes. Or not. Just got to keep my eye on this other rod here while I'm here. The last thing I want is for that one to get pulled in while I'm fighting this one. And these things certainly have that potential. That's a huge carp. I'm using a combination of my drag and my anti-reverse to wrestle this mud marlin. And my little finger is on the spool to help control the drag. It's all systems go. God damn, it's got some go in it. Like I said last time I was here, I only caught one carp. Right, I'm only using 6-pound line. That's why they seem to take so long to get in. Got him. Oh, the other one was 60. This one looks almost the same. All right, I'll get another photo. Then I'll get a measurement. Right, the other one was about 59. This one might be a bit bigger. It's almost the same size. $58. This one might even be a centimetre shorter. 58 and a half. High 50s, we'll call it. It's hard to measure them when they're bent like that, but he's about 58, 59 centimetres. And I'll send him on his way with a sore head downstream to feed the yabbies and the crayfish. Come back here. Getting a bite here again. Got him! I think I've got a carp on the carp rod this time. This is the rod that I caught the yellow belly on. I should have a left rod and a right rod instead of a yellow rod and a carp rod. Whoa! And away we go. Well, folks, I reckon it's safe to say that this flush of dirty water is bringing the carp out, that's for sure. If I keep looking back like this, that's just to keep my eye on that rod there, because it can disappear in a heartbeat. This one feels bigger than the last two. The last two were both around 59, 60. Twins. This is bigger. That's 65, I reckon. Oh, he's hooked around the fin. My dad's calling me. It's coming through to my watch. My watch is synchronized to my phone. I just sent him a photo of my yellow belly and now he's calling me. Sorry Dad, I'll have to call you back in a couple of minutes after I dispatch this mud marlin. For those wondering what happens to these, I kill them with my foot. Then I send them on their way downstream to fatten up the yellow belly, to fatten up the yabbies, the crayfish and the shrimp. And just feed the ecosystem. Water rats will even eat them. Probably even turtles will have a crack at them. Come on mate, come on. This one's come in a bit easier than the last ones, but I reckon it's longer. Oh bugger, I almost had him in the net then. I was high sticking the rod. I had it up really high, and that's okay with these sort of fiberglass rods, but it's not a good idea with graphite, as I've proven a number of times on my channel. Every time I say this is a bad thing to do, snap, I prove it. Alright, here we go. Into the net. Oh my gosh. He's got other ideas. Just when I thought I had him. This is bigger, this is pale. The last ones were sort of a golden colour. This is a very pale white colour. This looks a bit like a Lake Mudamere carp. They're always pretty pale. I wonder if they can change their colour a little bit as the water's gotten dirtier. I know fish colourings do vary a lot with water clarity, but I don't know how long it takes for that colour to change. When you catch a yellowbelly out of really clear water, they're generally dark green and gold, and when you get them out of really dirty water, they're more of a pale silver. Here we go, into the net. Got him! Oh, this is big. This is bigger than the last ones. Much bigger. I wish I had my scales with me. I actually didn't forget them, which is unusual. I normally forget everything, but I just couldn't find them. Alright, come on, out to get. Righto. Look at that big behemoth. That is huge. Huge and pale. Put that down there ready to land the next one. I'll get a quick picky. Now that wasn't the greatest photo with its head in the sun. Be a bit bright, but anyway, this is bigger than the 60 that the other two were. This one is, oh yeah, 66. 666 millimeters. 66 fat, pale, anemic looking centimeters being removed from the water. What an epic battle. High water. It's bringing out the carp, and I've got a yellowbelly, but no sign of any cod. But that doesn't bother me because the season hasn't opened yet. Just had a big bite on here. Here we go. First bite for a while. I had all that action earlier, then it's just gone quiet, but I just had a pretty decent bite here. I've got to get out of the habit of saying I just had a bite on the worms. I was just watching on my GoPro. I was playing back when I caught that yellowbelly earlier, and I said, I just had a bite on the worms. There's worms on both rods. I do it all the time. Here's a carp just here. Remember I said earlier I reckon a carp had been in there? There's one there now. There he goes. I just walked over to him to get a closer view, knowing full well that I'd probably spook it, and it did. That looked like a smaller carp, that one, maybe only around 40-45 centimetres. Here we go. Bites have been few and far between for the last hour. Something's still playing with that. Missed him. I'm sort of glad that I missed that, because if it was a carp I reckon I would have hooked it. It tells me perhaps maybe it might have been another yellowbelly or something else. My nibbler's back. Look, something's playing with that. Got him. Nah, I was wrong, it's a carp. Look at it. Not hard to see what that is, look. Making full use of all that wide open space. When I had the bite a minute ago, I missed him, and I said, I'm not too upset about that because that might not be a carp then, because if it was a carp I probably would have hooked it. Well, I was wrong. I thought I was wrong once before too, but it turned out I was wrong. I was actually right. Look at it go. Doesn't feel as heavy as that last one that I caught about an hour ago. The big 65 centimetre behemoth. Actually, it is quite big, it's just not fighting as well. Alright, get down here to the net. I have got a really sore back. It's a struggle just to get down to the landing net. Come on, big old Carposaurus, into the net, and oh, so close. Wow. The fight wasn't too epic until he saw the landing net, then he went nuts. Just keeping my eye on my other rod here. What was the last one? 65, wasn't it? This one looks similar. Come on, doing the old high sticking thing here again. It's not working. Come on, come of the net. Yes! Gee, that's a big fat. Oh my God, that weighs a ton. That's, the last one was 60, 65, I think. I reckon this will be similar, but I reckon it's fatter. My God, that's a fat fish. They are so heavy. The day I didn't bring my scales, I'm catching whales. The day I didn't bring my scales, I'm catching scaled whales. Alright. Put my eye on the other rod there. Get the hook and sinker out of the net before I get the fish out, just to save any tanglements, prevent any entanglements. Alright. I'll get the fish out and I'll get a measurer. Don't you go back down there, bugger. That is so big and fat. The last one was 65, but I don't think it was this fat. 63. He's shorter. 63 centimetres is shorter, but look at the size of the guts on that. Here we go, the same rod as the last one. Please be a yellow belly this time. Look at it, I reckon it's a carp. It's very much got that carpy bite. Oh, I missed it. Well, I know I can catch yellow belly out there because that's where I caught the first fish of the day, and it was a yellow belly. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Got him, another carp. Oh my God. Carp number 5. Oh, he got off, he got off. I was just about to open my mouth and say, maybe it's not a carp, just maybe it's a cod. Seriously folks, I reckon it was a carp, but it got off. Here we go, here we go, my next carpy bite, I'm guessing. How did I miss that? That was a shoe-in, that one. I thought he was on. I thought I had him then. He don't give me a nibble on this one here now. First one for a while. Got him. What the hell happened there? I reckon it was wrapped under a snag. I could barely even feel the fish kick. All I could feel was long, like strong tension on the line. No kicking, and then the line snapped. I reckon that was rubbing under a snag. Here we go, look at this, he's on there. Got him. Oh dear. Look at that. As soon as I hooked him, straight out of the middle, straight up to the top. As soon as he felt the hook in his mouth, he just went, I'm out of here. I was just about to pack up and go home. And all hell broke loose. Isn't it amazing? Last week I came here hoping to catch carp and yellow belly. I caught 1 carp, 1 yellow belly and 6 Murray cod. Today I've come here, I've caught 4 or 5 carp and 1 yellow belly and no Murray cod. Whoa! This, let's loosen that drag a little bit. It could have almost snapped that line then. This fresh flush certainly seems to be dragging the carp out of the woodwork. They're loving it. I've seen them around the edges here, around the flooded grass. They're loving this flooded backwater over here. Carp central today. Where's my net? I just changed the battery in my GoPro and I'm glad I did. I've packed my chair up. I'm actually broken my chair. I've had to put it in the bucket because I can't strap it closed anymore. I've got to get a new chair. I'm just getting ready to pack up and go home. And Mr. Bojangles here come along and said, there's still a bit of fun for you yet, Mr. Alexander. Doesn't look as long as the others. I've caught 2 at 60 centimetres, 1 at 65 and 1 at 63. This one looks like he might even be under. When I say 2 at 60, they're both about 58 or 59. Just tiring him out. As I said earlier, I'm only using 6 pound line. I use 6 pound line for this. 8 would be okay, but I wouldn't want to go any heavier just because these are my all-rounder rods. They're not sort of just for carp fishing. I use them for yellowbelly, just any kind of bait fishing. Once you start using line that's too heavy, bites become harder to detect, especially in winter when the nibbles are really soft and finicky. Sometimes in the winter I can barely see the line move, they bite that soft. And heavier line makes it hard to detect that, but it makes it easier to land the fish. Wow, this one had its cornflakes this morning. Just keeping my eye on my other rod here. That was so cool. He bit, I struck, and then it just went straight out in the middle like a sailfish. Come straight up to the surface. I half expected it to jump out. This one doesn't look as pale as the last couple. It's funny, the two that I've got up here have been really pale, and the two that I've got down there were more of a typical sort of goldy colour. This one's got a bit of sore behind his gill. Gonna have a whole sore head shortly. Oh, has he got my hook in his mouth? Is it the fish that I lost before on this other rod? That'd be cool, just because that'd confirm what I'd hooked. Confirm what I suspected I hooked. A carp. Getting closer. Getting closer. He's a much more golden colour, this one, like the first two. In the net, he's in the net. Yeah, he's not nearly as big as that huge big behemoth that I caught just before. Right, how'd you get? Hopefully I didn't break my sinker off this time. I reckon this is the smallest one today. 57 centimetres. Makes it the smallest carp of the day and the smallest fish of the day, apart from that yellowbelly that I got first up. That there was put in right at the water level before, so the water level looks to have dropped about an inch while I've been here. So the flush has peaked and the water is now starting to go down by the looks of it. It would appear that the carp have responded very well to the flush. This high, cold, dirty water has really brought the carp out. Last time I was here I caught 6 cod, 1 carp and 1 yellowbelly. Today I think I've caught 5 carp, 1 yellowbelly and no cod. I get the impression that a flush like this at the height of the flush might turn the cod off and turn the carp on. That's how it appears after today, and that may not be right. They love this flooded backwater. I think if there's a flush, a nice flooded backwater like that is the spot to look. Anyway folks, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not give it a big fat thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.